Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am your instructor, Pierre Hui, aka Mr. P. The P is for patience and pass your tests. Currently, we got 8, 9 people passed so far. I'm looking for 4 to 5 more coming very, very soon. Okay, today, Monday, scientific concepts, 35% of your barber theory exam, whether you're doing registered barber or master hair care. I always recommend everybody go ahead and do master hair care because the studying that you're doing for master hair care is very close to what you study for registered barber. And registered barber is 60 questions, master hair care is 110. The difference between the two is questions about chemistry, a few more questions about chemistry, a lot more questions about color, tone, level, things of that nature. Okay. Chemical texture services. That's what I was looking for. All right. So today we're going to identify from ICIB, which stands for the Candidate Information Bulletin, where they give you the breakdown for domains, the most failed domain, scientific concepts. Like I said, 35% of your grade, 35% of your content. Okay. Um, it's the most technical, it's the most tedious, and we're going to identify one section today. And I don't have my sound effects, so y'all just bear with me on that. But scientific concepts, you got 5 points of contact: A, B, C, D, E. We are looking in section E today: basic chemistry of products used in barbering. Within section E, 1E, we got number 2: understand purpose and effects of products, ingredients, and their interactions. Okay, so we're going to focus specifically on solutions, suspensions, emulsions, and surfactants. Okay, let's get started. Solutions, suspensions, emulsions, physical mixtures of two or more different substances. Difference between these mixtures are determined by the type of substances, size of particles, solubility of the substances. What is solubility? The amount of a substance that will dissolve in a given amount of another substance. For our purposes, we will define solubility to be the degree to which a solute or a substance dissolves in a solvent to make a solution. All liquids are either miscible or immiscible. Miscible liquids, such as water and alcohol, are mutually soluble. This means they can be mixed together to form stable solutions. Conversely, immiscible liquids, such as water and oil, do not mix well together, are not capable of forming stable solutions, and will separate if left to sit for any time. This gets important as we go along, okay? Solution: stable, uniform mixture of two or more mixable substances that is made by dissolving a solid, liquid, or gas substance in another substance. A solute is any substance that is dissolved into a solvent to form a solution. A solvent is any substance, which is usually a liquid, that dissolves the solute to form a solution. For example, dissolving salt, the solute, into water, the solvent, creates a salt water solution. The components of a solution are illustrated in 7.9, which I will be providing at a later date. When a gas or a solid is dissolved in a liquid, the gas or solid is the solute and the liquid is the solvent. Next, we're going to talk about suspensions. Suspensions: unstable uniform mixtures of two or more substances. The particles in suspensions can be seen with the naked eye because they are larger than particles in solutions. Two things about those: suspensions are not usually transparent, they may be colored, and they tend to separate over time. Again, this is important. We're going to talk a little bit about shampoos and conditioner, why this is so important. Many of the products used by barbers, such as hair tonics, are suspensions and should be shaken or mixed well before use. Calamine lotion and paint are also examples of suspensions. And another one that they necessarily haven't been talking about that's been coming up in recent years has been the dye, the black dye. Okay, um, that would be really cool to. That would be a really cool thing that I could explore, like the chemical makeup of. So I'll be looking into that one. Like, and when by the black dyes, I'm talking like Beijing, Heavy, Tune 45, those type of products. You know, the chemistry of it is just actually interesting to me. Emulsions. An emulsion is a physical mixture of two immiscible liquids held together by an emulsifying agent. An emulsion is a suspension of one liquid dispersed in another. Although emulsions tend to separate over time with proper formulation and storage, an emulsion may remain stable for at least 3 years, but it's usually shorter than that. For the products that we use, it's usually shorter. Okay, give you a few examples. Mayonnaise, oil and water emulsion of two immiscible liquids. Let me say that again, oil and water, because a water and oil emulsion is a different thing, okay? The egg yolk in mayonnaise emulsifies the oil droplets and disperses them uniformly in the water. Mayonnaise should not separate upon standing. Now let's get into shampoos and conditioners. They are both examples of emulsions used in barbering services, and it follows a lot of the same characteristics that we just talked about. Cosmetic emulsions, such as makeup, should be used within 1 year of purchase. That's why you will see an expiration date on there. And that's what that really means. Just the immiscible liquids, they're going to separate over that amount of time. So that's why they're saying you should use that within this time frame. All right. Surfactants or base detergent is a substance that allows oil and water to mix or emulsify by reducing surface tension. The term surfactant is a contraction for surface active agent. That is a high percentage test question, especially in the master hair care. Surfactant molecules have two distinct parts. Head of the molecule is water loving, the tail is oil loving. Since like dissolves like, the hydrophilic head dissolves in water and the tail dissolves in oil. This configuration allows the surfactant, which stands for surface active agent, to mix and dissolve in both water and oil to join together to form an emulsion. In an oil and water emulsion, droplets of oil dispersed in water where they're surrounded by surfactants. The water-loving surfactant points up inward. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. Let me back up. The oil-loving surfactant tails point inward with the hydrophilic water-loving heads pointing outward, which keeps the oil dispersed in the water. Most of the emulsions used in the barber shop are oil and water, like we said earlier, and do not feel as greasy as water and oil preparations. In a water and oil emulsion, droplets of water are dispersed in oil where they are surrounded by surfactants. The surfactant tails point outward and the heads point inward, which keeps the water dispersed in the oil. An example of this is cold cream. Cold cream is water and oil emulsion. And again, when you're dealing with emulsions of any sort, whether that's cold cream, whether that's rolling cream, whether that's conditioner, shampoos, anything like that, be aware if they are oil and water, water and oil, because eventually those things separate. It just depends on the time frame. Thank you. And let's see, was there anything else I want to go over with that? Yeah, real quick. So a little bit about shampoo chemistry, okay? Acidity or alkalinity of a shampoo is important because it influences how the product will affect various layers of the hair and skin. So if you have a solution that's below 7.0 on the pH scale, it'll shrink, constrict, and harden the cuticle scales of the hair shaft. If it's alkaline, it'll soften, swell, and expand the cuticle scales. Remember, the lower the pH of a solution, which stands for potential hydrogen, the greater the degree of acidity. The higher the pH of a solution, the greater the degree of alkalinity. Shampoo emulsions usually range between 4.5 and 7.5 on the pH scale. Since normal pH range for hair and skin is 4.5 to 5.5, mild or more acidic shampoos are found closer to this range. Conversely, stronger or more alkaline shampoos are found 6.0 on the pH scale. All right, so that we pretty much put that within 10 minutes. We're starting to shoot good on this time frame on this. I just wish I had my sound effects. I'm in a different location today, so I don't have my sound effects to, clap and applaud and all that stuff. All right. So while we get out of here, that's 10 minutes. If you know anybody that can use my services, Passing Barber Theory, Passing Barber Practical, or anybody that's just getting into barbering and don't know where to start, I got all of those in my online library. You can find them at allevenbarberschool.com. You can find me personally if you need to message me, text me. You can find me at Pierre Huey on all social media platforms, PIERREHOUEY. With that, we're going to get out of here today. Scientific concepts, 35%. We do scientific concepts every Monday. Tuesday, haircare services. Wednesday, facial hair and skincare services. And Thursday, implements, tools, and equipment. And Friday, of course, we got the full court press. So happy Monday, everybody. Y'all get ready for the days ahead. I will see y'all soon. Peace.